Welcome to Peace on the Streets radio show, ladies and gentlemen. We're live in effect. Come on.
Let's go.
Peace on the Street radio show right here on your dial.
Yeah.
Don't go
So,
anywhere,
of course,
don't touch that
got
dial.
Barry
'cause
White.
It's on and popping tonight.
Very White in the building. Chris Shaw in the house. Ow.
Yeah, you know. How you doing?
Oh, I'm alive.
I feel you on that one.
I'm happy to be here.
Yes, ma'am.
Some people don't wake up, man.
365 around the sun for me. Let's get it.
So it's an amen, and God bless you guys for being with us as well. Prince is sick, guys.
Ooh, Prince is still sick.
So second week, man. This flu is serious. So make sure you guys take care of yourselves because a lot's going on. And we got Enyo in the building.
Yo, what's up, everybody? It is a pleasure to be back in town with everybody. We got so many things to talk about. It has been a hell of a week, if I don't say so myself. So much so that hell itself froze over. We got snow in Florida,
Snow
baby.
in Florida.
It is wild out here.
You know it's on and popping when you got snow in Florida.
It's on and popping.
I love it.
It's on
I
and
love it. I
popping.
almost drove past my destination just to go to Tallahassee to go.
I would
my
love to
goodness.
see this live in effect. And speaking of that, let's talk about Rashad Smith in the building. Woo!
Speaking of wild, it's
Wealthy
wild.
Wealthy
Wednesday. Woo!
Yo, I don't even know where to begin tonight. We have a new administration. Has it been 2 days?
Two
Barely.
days.
Only?
Yeah. 2 days.
2 days.
It's only been 2 days?
2
It
days.
has been two
See?
sad
I know.
days.
Wow.
A lot has
lot has
happened.
going on.
A lot has happened in 2 days.
My first official trip, I'm going to the Gulf of America.
Yes,
And here's the thing.
I can't
I
believe
think I
it.
saw something where our governor maybe used that term as well. Gulf.
They'll
Gulf
almost start
of
using it
America.
now.
Yeah.
So what's going to
Yeah.
happen? Are they going to
Yeah.
really change this term, and is it going to be changed in the history
Listen,
books?
we
We're going to be taught
Maybe in
this.
the American history
I know a lot of.
books.
I know.
It's only going to be America.
I know there are a lot of people that's about to be really upset because they got to change all these maps.
Oh yeah.
Everybody GPS systems got to be changed
Oh, my
because
Oh my goodness.
it's so much that's changing because it's called the Gulf of America now instead of Gulf of Mexico.
All the people that make textbooks right now.
Right, they going through it.
But you can't just change it just
Correct.
because.
You can't.
like,
It's a lot of stuff
I
that
don't
you
know
do
how
have
that
to go
works.
through.
I
I
think
don't know.
there's some hoops.
it's got to be a
Yeah.
process.
Hoops that you gotta go.
It's a
through.
process. So
Yeah.
But who does it go through? I'm wondering. You guys know?
Does the government
I
work
think-
still?
I think
Is it still here?
That's
That's still how it works.
that's the first question,
Yeah,
right?
I figured you just have to send an email to Jeff Bezos or something and
Oh
be like,
my gosh,
Mr. Jeff
'cause,
Bezos, can you
or
please?
Elon, because Elon is
Dark
very,
MAGA.
Yeah.
Right.
I'm Dark MAGA.
But they trying to get to Mars anyway, so I ain't worried about him.
I hope he gets there quick.
It's been interesting though. It's been an interesting couple of days, and I'm just talking about finances in general. One thing that I want people. I'm gonna say this once. I'm gonna say it twice. I'll probably say it 3 times before we're done tonight. I think that people should stock up on stuff. Right? I just feel like something's in the air.
Oh no, Michelle.
Go
Dun,
get
dun,
your
dun.
tissue and your paper towels and your license. Just go.
Some
food,
batteries.
Just stock up.
Maybe a
I
radio.
don't
Got
know
it.
why.
Got it.
I don't know what's going on, but doesn't it just kind of feel weird a little?
It feels like we're on our own,
Global warming.
completely on our own. Everything's crumbling down. The world's
but
changing.
it's positive. We want to stay. We're trying to stay positive. I'm just
Look
saying.
at Chris Shaw.
I felt that energy. I was
Be
like, I get it.
prepared.
We need to
I
stick
get
with
it.
each other. The people will prefer each other. We're human beings. It's just we're humans.
True.
Let's go. Enya, real quick.
We are humans.
How
We
Enya was
are.
talking about he was online on a different social media platform in a different country, right?
Yeah.
And you said they're so friendlier. They're so much friendlier.
Yeah.
More respectful.
Right. Yeah, no.
What's wrong with us, Enya?
I don't know, man. I was telling the ladies here. I was on Xiaohongshu, which is the Red Note app. It's a straight up CCP app. Okay, like don't get it twisted. This is straight up like very very Chinese app, but you get to interact with Chinese people, and for the first time in human history, Americans and Chinese people were able to like speak directly to one another.
Oh man.
And it was eye-opening.
and
to
understand
see.
each
They
other.
have guns. Did you guys know they have guns in China?
No.
They're allowed to have guns, and they don't have any mass shootings. How does that work?
How?
How do they have almost the same median
They have machine guns and
salary?
all?
They got handguns. They got shotguns. I saw ladies freaking blowing up like rocket launchers for fun kind of thing.
They
So
have,
what's wrong with us?
Dude,
what you got?
it
They
has
got
to be
Rambo
the
over there or
government.
something?
They got Chinese Rambo over there, bro.
Okay,
just
but
killing
China's
it.
like dictatorship, right? Like, so they're controlled.
It is a dictatorship.
Is it
There's,
rich, poor, middle class?
There are a lot of classes. I think the biggest difference between China and us is that the Chinese government actually makes the companies do stuff. You know, like they actually make the companies reinvest the money back into the people, back into the infrastructure, back into like the airports, the cities, the highways, the trains, the transportation. The Ubers are a couple of bucks. And what blew my mind is that we have almost the same median salary, not average salary. When
Okay.
you look at the average salary in America, it's like $5,000, $6,000 or whatever. But that's not the same as the median salary. The median salary is what reflects like the average person's wage better. And it's almost the same between China and us. Ours is a little bit higher, of course, but not by
Right.
much, by like a couple $100. I was like,
Is it less expensive to live over there? I don't know.
much
that.
less,
Okay,
much less.
So
I saw dudes have his lunch. His lunch was like protein. It was vegetables, a whole bowl of rice, a soup, and a drink. All of that cost him a little, like around $2 for his meal.
Wow.
You try to go have a meal for $2 here. Let me know what you can get.
Not even fast food is
You
like
can't
that
even
any
buy a
longer.
piece of gum.
Yeah,
You
McDonald's
can't-
is like $50 for you.
Right.
You're
Right.
like, I might as well go to the restaurant.
Literally, it doesn't make sense to me. Like the economy over here just does not make sense.
It's killing us.
It really is.
And physically,
we are really stressing out. And
It's
so
struggling.
speaking
It's
of that,
struggles
here's
right now.
here's one thing that has come out. Again, it's financial. It's in the news. So the federal diversity, equity, inclusion employees will have email access suspended and be placed on paid leave. So
Okay.
I think this is based on what the new administration has put in place.
We got a hand up over here.
Yes, sir.
Okay, so I know what you're saying, but for those that are tuned in listening,
right.
can you break that down a little bit? Because you just
Absolutely.
said a whole.
I was going to.
You just spoke in
I was,
tongues.
absolutely. I was going to. So, according to Forbes, because I don't want you to say according to Rochelle, but according to Forbes, President Trump has signed an executive order on Monday. And that order focuses on ending radical and wasteful government DEI programs and referencing. Okay? So DEI is diversity, equity, and inclusion. So there are programs out there, and a lot of companies have them, and we use them a lot to make sure that there is equal opportunity in hiring, right? So you want, if your board, for example, is all white or all black or all whatever, they want to diversify that. For government departments and government organizations, there's a DEI group, and they help with hiring.
Yep.
And they help look at the numbers and see if there's any bias, if there's any discrimination against other races, against other nationalities, against so all these different things they look at. They have been put on paid leave.
And this is
That means they're fired. That means they're getting out of here.
They have been put on paid leave.
required into every corporation, right?
This is federal.
Federal.
So
All federal.
Government
as
level.
I understand, government. Yes. So
There you go.
government.
Little
This
Trump.
is federal. Now, here's the thing: if the higher up is leading, that certainly could trickle down to other
The people.
private corporations, right?
Absolutely.
So, how do we feel about that?
There's so many changes. We're going
Just
backwards.
go to that.
So
how do we
fast.
feel about
I'm
that?
gonna go off because I
I don't think that's a
tell
good
you when it.
question.
Chris Shaw, how do we feel about that? I
So,
mean,
I know back in the late 70s, early 80s, they had started doing the affirmative action. Recently, affirmative action have been put to stop, right? Now, the DEI is in place now because you no longer have that affirmative action enforcement behind it. Yeah, it's a lot that's getting ready to transpire, and I'm nervous and scared because of the population of the diversity and inclusion
correct.
might be out of homes,
Right.
might
Right.
be out of things to do with families and stuff like that of that caliber.
Yes.
I'm nervous.
So we take that out of government, let's just say, and They say it should be based on merit, as if the people who were getting those jobs were not qualified. I don't get it.
Right.
And is it 1,500 people have been sent to the border, not to stop people, not to get involved, but to protect the border. So, and I shouldn't say this, but something about protection as people are being moved from the United States back to other countries. So just to make sure that there's a clear pathway and no interference for that to happen, that is being set up. So what is the ultimate goal here? That's what I have not studied that, so I don't understand what the ultimate goal is. I can speculate and say, hey, we're trying to get a certain group all the way in power and get other people out. Is that it? Do we feel like it's too wasteful? We're taking care of too many people? What is it?
Well, I think it's the final concentration of power by the oligarchy in the United States, where the power and money has centralized enough into the upper levels of society, to the point where now all legislation and government regulation is basically just passed by and for them, while the people are getting completely hosed. And in that process, people feel extreme pain. And in order to maintain the same objective that you've been carrying out, you always need scapegoats. What are the scapegoats right now? The immigrants. They're like, hey, all your problems are because Juan over here, makes $7 an hour or $4 an hour or whatever. So they're going to keep pushing those people away while they keep taking whatever is left of our rights away as well. And that's what fascism is. We're just developing into the final stages of fascism and oligarchy here in the United States. And,
So when we talk about oligarchy, we're talking about a few extremely wealthy people, very wealthy, like billionaires going into trillionaire, wealthy, basically having most of the control of what happens in the country.
From what I'm seeing, just by being on the side skirts and listening to all of this, it seems like it's really focused on just the rich and the rich and the rich, and also too for one kind of minority or majority of the minority.
And I like rich. We're not against rich.
But I mean filthy that.
We want wealthy. We want comfortable. We want whatever you worked for, you deserve. I don't know that it has to be taken out of one person's mouth to be given to anybody else. I'm not in agreement with that. I'm not in agreement with 20 people or 30 or 50 people determining what happens to the entire country. I just think that is out of line. That's when we don't have a voice. And so what I am, and I'm talking about all these things, but one of the things is I do Medicare for my seniors, 65 and older. And I haven't read everything, but as I understand, the drug list that was coming out where there was a cap on insulin, right? So a lot of people are diabetic.
I know, yeah.
Insulin is very expensive.
I can't imagine.
The Biden administration had put a cap on that, a $35 cap. We hadn't heard many complaints about people being able to get their medicine. Well, that is essentially, as I'm hearing, being reversed.
Oh no,
bro, it's crazy. We're in freaking La La Land. This is the bad place. All right, this is definitely the bad place, fam. There's no way that with all the problems going on, you decide to focus on these weird niche obsessions that are not helping anybody. You see videos of entire farm fields left completely empty. No workers showed up.
Yeah.
Food's rotting over there. When your freaking lettuce costs $45 in about a month because they can't find anybody to do any work for under $50 an hour out there, then you guys are gonna see, man. You know what drives me wild too? Is both Florida and Georgia have done like a mass, deportation policy. Everybody left the state. And within days, they were freaking making TikTok videos begging for them to come back because nobody could work the lands. And this happened not even that long ago.
That's crazy.
It's like, how many times you guys got to see the same freaking movie and not get the freaking point.
There
it
is this
baffles
focus
me,
on
bro.
one agenda,
It
guys,
baffles
and
me.
it's going and it's touching everything in every aspect of our lives, everything. I mean, it's taking away women's rights to this. When they did that, I never thought I saw anything. I've never seen anything like it. I've never seen a right be taken away after all of our generations of growing up.
Right.
And when I saw that, I'm like, it's over.
Yeah.
And I knew that it was going into every part of our life. It's like dictatorship, it seems to be. And if it's only for the wealthy, then it'll be wealth or poor.
Yeah.
So and we all
So,
lose it all.
Yeah, and so when I think of something like that, like I think they feel like, and I'm speaking in my opinion, that something like that only affects a small number of people, and maybe so, but it's people who just don't have it. Obviously, that law or that was put into place to help a certain group of people who don't have it, and so when you reverse it and you say, well, it only affects a small amount of people, okay, that's fine, but they are important too.
They're
Of
people.
course.
They are
They're
people.
Human
They are
beings.
important too. And so I just think that we got to really, really figure this thing out. And I don't know.
Just recently, I've been to the doctor and I was told I'm borderline diabetic.
Okay.
So,
Yep.
and when he told me that, I was like, yeah, whatever. Come on, man. I'm an athlete.
Aren't
I've
we
been-
all borderline
Yeah.
diabetic?
And
Yeah,
that's how I
pretty
felt, right? So I said to myself, it's the brand new year. Most people start their New Year's resolution in January. For me, I start in February.
Okay.
Whatever resolution I'm gonna do because it's
January is-
it's my birthday.
yeah.
So I
Okay.
There you
celebrate
go.
the whole month, right?
Salute.
Okay.
True.
So for me, recently, what I've started doing, I've started researching and doing different things. And just within the last 2 weeks, I've been drinking hot water, turmeric with some pepper and some lemon and ginger.
I gotta do that.
And just mixing it
Yes.
all in
That's
so
right.
I can kind of regulate my blood levels, my
Yeah.
sugar levels,
Yeah.
and different things. But also research because they told me this dude trying to get in my body named arthritis.
Okay.
I was
Yeah,
like,
I know
you know,
him.
get
I
that
know
out of
Get
here.
him out.
Yeah.
Get
I
outta
know
here.
him.
Yeah, I prefer Adrian than
Yeah.
that's
I know
just
him.
me. But I'm trying to find a different approach, and then I'm taking back and cutting back on some of the stuff that I put in the body.
Yes.
So just little small workout regimen, small workout, wholesome stuff that you can go in the store and buy. Carrots, cucumbers, things like that. I've been drinking cucumber water, lemon water, just to change some things around in my diet.
And I
Yeah.
think that's great. And we're going to start with you because as we eat this pizza and cookies here, it's okay. We're
I'm
gonna start in
coming to get a
February with
slice,
you.
right? I'm
As
coming
we
to get
eat
a
this
slice.
pizza and cookies here, we are going to, do that with you. We're going to start with you in February because we're not giving up.
Yeah.
Salute, Chris. I'm like, galleta.
Yeah. Mimi has 2 macadamia nuts cookies over here.
Oh, we got the macadamia.
But you're right.
Let's go.
You're right. And so is that the answer? I mean, because I'm talking about seniors, but there are diabetics that are not
Not at that
seniors,
level like
right?
that, right.
So is that the answer? Better health, because with better health comes higher costs, right?
Yes.
So eating healthy ain't cheap.
Yeah,
Eating
it is.
healthy can keep you broke.
Broke.
Yes.
But we want to do that. Like I buy more organic now than I have
Ever
before.
had.
I'm sure the
But-
expensive food is cheaper than being sick, though.
I agree.
You know what
no,
I
no,
mean?
no. I
Like,
agree. So there is no.
there's a trade-off
Yeah,
there.
there
Yeah,
definitely
there's a
is a
trade-off.
trade-off.
Did you get a
but
medical
want
bill?
to-
Yeah, or a food
But-
bill.
but
you
the
know?
thing is
I
that-
want a food bill.
You have to have the
I
money.
want a food bill.
I'll take that
You have to
one.
have the money. You have to have it right now. Some
Yes.
don't have it right now, so
But
they'll never
even-
get the opportunity.
But even on the low end of some of the stuff, some of your natural, earthly grown
Yes,
stuff that you
exactly.
can do
Exactly.
and eat can benefit if you just watch the intake of other stuff that you're eating.
What
So
you
let's
said
talk
about the
about-
hot water
Mindful.
is a wild tip, man. Because I was just telling them how Chinese people just look better than us
Yeah.
in general. They,
Right.
Like, they I was like, how is that? You know how many of them told me to like drink hot water? Like they were like, bro, you guys should always drink ice water and cold water. You
Yeah.
shouldn't do that. It's bad
No,
for you.
it
You
is.
should drink hot water. I was like,
That's what I do. Drink ice water.
I was like, let me look this up real quick. Yeah, in fact, it is
Hot?
better for you to drink hot
Hot
water,
water.
or like room temperature water,
Yeah.
not
It
cold
is.
water.
Yeah, room
Like,
temperature.
Yeah,
Yeah.
cold water.
I've been told this for so long.
Cold water is like bad for your body because it's like stressful. It requires a lot of calories
Oh,
in
no!
order to like turn it back into your own body temperature and like all this stuff. It causes
It
stress.
takes-
So here's the thing.
it takes a lot
What
of
are
work to
some
put all
things
that back in.
people
Yeah.
can buy right now that are not expensive? So I say when you're grocery shopping, you have to buy the fruits that are in season, right?
Right.
So watermelon is not in season right now.
No.
So we shouldn't be buying watermelon, but we can buy some apples
Grapes?
and oranges and the things that are in season.
Yeah.
And then, like we talk about, you were talking about fruits. I mean, veggies, sweet potatoes.
Yeah.
You know, things that they don't have to be candied yams.
Right. Yeah.
You can just eat sweet potatoes. So there are some changes that we can make. Warm water. There are some things that we can do that will not necessarily save us money today because, again, maybe a higher food bill. But in the long run, it keeps those hospital costs down.
Definitely.
Which can't go on your credit report anymore.
Thank God. Thank God. At least we got
At least
Can't go on your
something.
credit. You're right. Can't go on your credit report anymore.
I'm very surprised on that. I'm not gonna lie. I was surprised. I was like, really? Really? Is this true?
Now that's what
Get
the
ready for-
Biden administration does.
All
We
right.
don't know
Oh,
if that
no,
will
it's
be
gonna be
reversed or not.
reversed.
We
We'll
don't
see
know.
what happens. We'll see
But
what
as it
happens.
stands today, that is something that's not
Wow.
going to be on your credit
Yeah, the
report.
economy is something that I'm like curious about
Yep.
between the tariffs that are implemented and the lack of workers that are going to be on there. And then the fact that even though the owner of Tesla did a Hitler salute, the stock went up 3 points. That has me confused.
He did it really hard, didn't he? Look at Chris. It was hard.
I'm gonna make sure I like
He caved his
yeah.
whole chest in on
Yeah.
that one.
twice
Yeah.
just
Hard.
for emphasis, you know. And the stock went up. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So like
Yeah.
I'm a little confused.
And
That's why they going to Mars.
We need them in Mars.
We need them in
The
Mars.
stock went up.
The stock went up
What's
3
wrong
points.
with America?
I don't know.
It's a smack. What's wrong with you guys?
I don't know really.
I know where we based off of. We could go back into history back in the day, how it was all based on where we came from, all rebels. I get it, right? But you think that within now we're just humans, and you think we find our way to be as successful and strong that we are,
Yeah.
the powerful country that people want to come and make dreams come true because they can.
Right.
You think that we would be more inhumane, like humane with each other,
You would think
and have
so.
it together.
Nah.
So
But
we're-
it's a division to the end.
the borders are closed off, but if you got money to get in on a flight and come through the airport, you're good to go.
Mm-hmm.
You're good to come in on the ship from if you're on a cruise line and all of that. But if you're crossing the borders,
on your feet.
you can't come in.
Wait, you can't drive in and out?
And boat, and the little bitty boat, the
Right.
little bitty boats too. So,
You can't walk in
So
and out?
Yeah,
there,
that-
aren't there
I'm trying
four
to-
groups? There's like Haitians, Cubans,
Cubans.
Venezuelan, and what was the other one?
And Mexicans.
Venezuela.
No, it was-
there's
yeah.
some Caribbean.
Yeah, it was a
but I
few.
don't
It
one
was
of the
like
islands?
Yeah, it was like
Yeah.
4, and so okay.
Yeah, the.
Wait, what are they saying with those four?
they're-
That they're
they're-
not allowed to?
They're taking away the, like the they basically like help you transition. You know,
Okay.
When you get due to the situation that's going on in those countries, they're like, no, we're not doing that anymore.
Yeah, right.
Basically.
Because it's so bad over there. You're trying to escape
Yeah.
from the horror and the nightmare that's going on. So
Yeah.
that you're coming from.
Yeah.
You're coming here for a better
Like
life,
Haiti
and they're gonna
and
supposed
Venezuela
to
and
be
stuff like
I get the
that.
transitioning, so they're no longer doing that,
Right.
providing that. So,
And- but it's like
so they don't want
also
anybody from any countries
the
coming. in.
birthright citizenship is also going away.
Yeah, I heard
so,
about
like,
that as well.
So
So
here's the
that was
thing:
crazy,
when it
too.
says when we
what's
executive
happening?
orders, because I'm not gonna act like I
It's worse.
know all the stuff, but executive orders still have to have some sort of debate or back and forth, right? Or is it automatically signed? Because some people are going to court because these things are being reversed. And so it feels like, yes, an executive order, it is what it is, but I think that you can go to court and try to go back and forth to see if it's right.
Who's the court though right now?
Well, hey.
Who's the
I didn't get
Supreme-
that far.
who's the
I didn't,
Supreme Court?
I didn't get that
Yeah,
far.
the Supreme
Well,
Court
yeah,
right
the
now?
Supreme
What Supreme
Court
Court
The
is
Supreme
heavy
Court-
leaning. Yeah, it's
exactly.
heavy
The
leaning.
Supreme Court was handpicked by Trump, and
we all knew that this was happening and this was coming.
yeah, we've been saying it ever
And-
since they started
and
taking
we
away
still
women's
vote,
rights.
yay!
It's
You know what I
like,
mean?
Bro, it's a typical. First they came for them, then they came for your neighbor, and then they're gonna come for you. Like it's the same typical thing. It's like the
I know we
chipping
got to
away
get a
coming
song
down,
in,
dude.
so we'll probably wait and talk about TikTok afterwards, right?
Yeah! So we're going to be back with Michelle Smith.
Yeah.
We are back on Wild Wealthy Wednesday.
And we've been talking about things that these different executive orders, because in my opinion, these are financial things.
Absolutely.
And so I wanted to go through a list from an online article about tracking the different executive orders, whether you like them or you don't like them. But here they are. Of course, immigration executive orders. We knew that from way back. Like that's been very clear, right?
Right.
So the president has declared a national emergency at the Mexico border, which means that he can deploy troops throughout the region and the National Guard to set up a defense so people are not coming in, right?
Okay.
Even if you
Yay.
are seeking asylum. I think that's the word we were looking for earlier.
Right.
So Trump designated certain international cartels and organizations as terrorist organization and announced plans to invoke the Alien Enemies Act. Okay, so that's one. There's a Remain in Mexico policy. Trump reinstated the Remain in Mexico policy, ending a program that released asylum seekers into the U.S. while their cases were being considered. So that's what Inyo was talking about.
So if they submit it and they're in a pending and waiting, they will be sent back to the country
Yeah, if
sooner
you-
or later.
right, right.
But Enyo said that one of your friends.
Yeah. Yeah, one of the other tattooers at the shop, he is still trying to get his citizenship, so he applied. Was trying to go through the legal means, and they hooked him up with an ankle monitor, and a couple days later they served him with a deportation notice. So
Okay.
he is now waiting basically just to be deported.
That's so
So
sad.
if
God bless
they
him.
if you do not have citizenship now, but because I don't know, are we saying that if you don't have your citizenship now, the chances of you coming in are slim?
Slim.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right.
And you should be worried.
Oh, you should be
trying
concerned.
to. You should be
You should
trying to
be
marry
really
somebody,
speeding that
brother.
up.
You
Yeah.
should be trying to
But
marry
it's
somebody.
Because you're seeing
quick.
a live in effect, and you're right in front of your face. It's happening. So
Yeah.
this is happening.
But is the
This happening. It's
the
happening quick.
marriage green card thing working? Is that
It is
Wait.
still working a little bit. It's more difficult than ever, and people are scared now. Like, people
Okay.
are scared to be caught doing, they're like, oh, I don't know, man. Like, what if we get married and it's like something goes wrong? Because, people are straight up scared, bro, to,
Yep.
like, break the rules.
And for people who have been here, born, raised, you probably don't know the other language, don't know the other culture, whatever. Birthright citizenship executive order has been executed or signed. So they say that for those who are born to undocumented immigrants, you are not necessarily protected.
Yeah.
Now, you're protected supposedly in the Constitution, and that's what I was saying. People are going to court to try to fight that because supposedly you're protected by the Constitution.
Right.
Energy and environment executive orders. Trump has declared a national energy emergency, meaning, hey, we need oil, drill, baby, drill. In those words, drill, baby, drill. Let's see what else is on the list. Executive orders targeting DEI and transgender Americans. So he established on Monday that it is a policy of the United States to recognize two sexes, male and female, on official documents. So I'm assuming all those other things that are on documents.
Yeah, I
Gotta
guess
go
if,
away,
if
I
you're
guess.
intersex, I'm so sorry. I
Yeah.
guess you just got to
If you
pick
were
one.
born
it
that way, I don't
Always
think
male or female?
No,
It says
there's-
two sexes, male,
Male
or
and
female.
female. But
there's always,
intersex,
whether
people
you
that
were
were
trans-
born with both.
There's
I don't know.
there's certain people that were
born
born
both.
Yeah.
with
Yeah,
both,
I
either
understand.
both
I gotta-
genitalia, both sets of
How does that work?
chromosomes. You're just born with both. You
Yeah.
But
literally
but
have
how does that
both.
work on paper?
I got
Exactly.
a woman.
This
I
is
got
true.
a woman
Good luck, buddy.
kneecap,
Dang.
but I got man
He said he
feet.
got a woman
Right.
kneecap, but
Yeah.
man feet.
Something like that. Something like that.
These sexes are not changeable and are grounded in fundamental and inconvertible reality. His executive order says transgender Americans were a central target.
All right,
of
in
his
that,
claims.
real quick because in that law, like the continuation of it states that it is based on the sex that they are when conception happens. And a little biology lesson for everybody that might be listening right now: at conception, everyone is a female.
You have to have
When you have fertilization, it takes 2 weeks for the embryo to be able to decode whether it is a male or a female.
From the
we
male
don't, so
sperm.
we don't need
Huh?
to
From the male part, because
we don't
the male
need-
decides the sex.
Yes.
Once
The male decides the sex.
once it's one thing, you're a female, right? Like the embryos, all embryos start as females. They
You need
develop
that X.
into male
Right.
later. So at conception, everybody's a female. You're not either a male or a female for up to 2 weeks after the.
This
after the
is
fact.
not a conversation for us. This
so-
I started out as a lady.
Yes,
Yeah.
as everybody.
So how did I get all
As-
this hair?
He
thought
also
you
We
were-
all did, bro.
he
Everyone
also
started as a female.
rescinded So the Biden administration made a provision that allowed transgender people to serve in the military. So at this time, he has not banned trans military personnel from serving as he did on his first administration. So he may revive that, right? Also, there is an executive order affecting federal workers. He required full-time workers to return in office for federal employees and ordered a hiring freeze on government positions. The hiring freeze does not apply to the military or immigration enforcement.
Oh, of course not. Of course not.
That's funny.
Okay. So
Not those guys.
No.
There you have
Yeah, those are separate.
Yeah.
Those are, come on now. We
right,
need
right.
one of those. Come on. Be
If you want to
serious.
come work with us, come on.
Come
You
on.
good. You good to go.
then there was the January 6th pardons. So, of course, he pardoned the vast majority of January 6th defendants
Those
who
terrorists.
were charged with participating in
They're
Capitol
terrorists.
riots.
They tear the shit out of those
Straight
guys
up.
inside the Capitol.
The
The pictures I saw on there, I couldn't believe it.
Bro,
For-
They were
violence.
fighting for their life. They had put chairs and desk up against the
Yeah.
doors, and they were scared.
Violence for political reasons is terrorism.
That's it.
Period.
Health executive orders, WHO, COVID, and drug tests. So he signed an order pulling the U.S. from the World Health Organization. On Monday, he said that the U.S. will withdraw due to the organization's mishandling of COVID-19 and the global health crisis.
Wasn't that under him?
That was like 4 years ago, bro. Come on.
I'm so hot.
It's called all this you're reading.
I can't have it.
He rescinded the 2022 Biden order to lower the cost of prescription drugs. So now we get to the TikTok extension, Doge, and more orders. So I'll let you guys go on TikTok. I'll let you guys have it.
Not those.
Talk about
Please,
TikTok.
God. I just got 52 likes on my post today, so that was great. Great
That's
to be
amazing.
back on TikTok.
I could care less if it ended or not. But I mean, I'm just playing, guys. 'Cause TikTok is watching us
So
right now.
who
love
started?
TikTok.
So how did the original ban or backlash on TikTok start?
How?
What do you
Who
mean?
started it?
I mean, it started from the right overall. You know, they were trying to ban it for a long time, and Trump was definitely one of the people that wanted to ban it
That's
as
what I
well.
thought.
Because it's created in China and they're watching us and they're getting all our data
Right,
and
it
all
was
that.
supposed to be us.
That's what
Security.
they
A
say.
spy thing
That's
that
what
took
they
place.
say.
And now apparently Americans do own it, but it's really investors that are Chinese that actually are maintaining it.
It's like, so they're trying. The extension happened because they're still trying to figure out a deal. And Trump said he's open for the U.S. to keep 50% of TikTok, and China can keep the algorithm itself because China, well, not China, Tencent is claiming that that is their intellectual property and that they're not willing to sell that intellectual
Makes
property,
sense.
the algorithm, to the United States. But that's kind of like the whole cake. And it's kind of
It
weird
is.
that
That's where the control comes in.
yeah, they took it off and then they brought it back in.
24
Over
hours.
even though
Yeah.
there's an app called Shu, which I recommend everyone to go on. It's called Red Note in English, and that is like an actual Chinese app straight from the CCP, I'm pretty sure, and that you can still download and use freely. So you can use
Without-
that one.
without
without any
Restrictions?
Without any
restrictions.
No restrictions
No
at all?
restrictions.
For right now.
I have it on my phone. Yeah, for right
For
now.
right now.
But for some reason, TikTok and CapCut's like an editing app for
CapCut is
videos.
not
You can't
bad.
you can't even find it, and you can't find TikTok in the App Store either. If
Oh,
you-
really?
Yeah, if you search for TikTok, which my boy was like, bro, look up TikTok.
No
and
way.
I'm gonna
So.
if you want Mimi, if you want to go ahead and look it up on the App Store.
I'm streaming
gonna-
right now,
I
so
can
my
go
lovely
ahead
friends
and
right
do
now on
that.
Instagram.
Oh,
will-
right. So,
TikTok, what's up?
yeah, so I'm gonna do it here for the cameras, but yeah, if you look up TikTok, there's no TikTok on the App Store anymore. TikTok is
Wow.
Oh,
gone.
guys, look at the cameras. If you guys are watching WOKBradio.com or PeaceOnTheStreets.com, also on
TikTok is
Facebook,
gone.
Peace on the Streets Radio, and Mimi Mala1. Right now, catch it live. You can see. Go on your phones right now. Look on your app and type in TikTok. Let us know if you actually see it.
There's no
Does it
TikTok
appear?
on there, baby. There ain't no TikTok
No
on there.
But see,
TikTok.
I've never had TikTok, so I wasn't
So
a
you
fan
didn't
when
miss it.
TikTok. Yeah, when TikTok.
You
But
came
missing
people
out.
were
You're
making
missing out.
money on TikTok, influencers,
It's-
like
yeah.
they canceled their
You
jobs,
saw-
and TikTok was their full-time
can make money,
job.
for sure.
So that really,
Right.
really hurt.
Trump said he brought it back because it worked on his voting him back in office because it worked for his benefit.
Yeah. Oh, right. If you don't have TikTok, you wouldn't have seen this, right? But whenever TikTok came back, it sent out a little pop-up notification
Welcome back.
that specifically thanked Donald Trump
It thanked him.
for working on
Did you
this.
know that, Chris Shaw?
I was
Yeah,
like,
it just came up on my phone. It just said thank you for being patient.
I thought
and
you said
welcome
you
back.
didn't have it.
I don't have it.
Wait, what? How'd you see it,
How'd you
Chris?
see it
Yeah,
then?
I just like you said, I went and typed up TikTok and
Oh, you don't see
it
it.
pulled up on my phone and then
Oh,
it
it
said-
did.
You have the app.
It wasn't
already,
say
though.
right now.
But I never had the app.
You
What does
never
it
had
say?
the app?
No.
Do you have Android?
Yeah, I got an Android.
Possibly that's what it is. On the iPhone, it's not on there. I just looked it up, but I can't find
Because
TikTok at all.
now it's asking me when is my birthday.
Okay, so
Yeah.
so he's opening up
You
right now.
open it-
Maybe
Oh, Android's still in the
maybe
same.
on
Maybe
the
yeah.
Android. Yeah,
I got a headache. We're back in effect right now for
we're
Wild
doing
Wealthy
Wealthy
Wednesday.
And we're signing off. You know, we're just trying to educate and talk about the different things that could affect our lives. Some people maybe for the better, some people maybe for the worse. But
I
we're
can't
just
wait for
trying
the
to talk
comment
about,
section of these YouTube videos.
we're just talking about things that could affect
They could go off.
our finances, right? So if you want to talk more positively, like what can you do? One thing I already told you guys, start saving money, just pulling money back. Cash is fine. Put it in the bank, I guess. Leave it there, somewhere that's high yield,
Yeah.
at least today,
I
at
got a
least
plan.
4%. Stock up on some materials, household things, just in case. You know,
Yeah.
just in case.
Is there going to be a Trump coin
There
There's
already
already
is a Trump
and a
coin, brother.
Melania coin too?
There's
And a
already
Melania.
I
one.
was just
coin.
joking. You for real?
Yes,
we are for
there is
real.
one, brother.
Yes, we are
there
for
is,
real.
bro.
I was just joking.
I know.
They've already made.
Yeah,
Oh my! Oh wow!
Where were
yeah.
they? 240
Oh, yeah.
million at one point.
I know. I think
Market
the total
values.
market value for the Trump coins over in the billions
Okay,
already.
so when I saw it
Because
that it
nothing
first
matters.
came out,
Yeah,
Nothing
matters. Because nothing matters.
We're waiting for the
They're
next
in the
piece on the
billions.
streets coin. We're trying to
That's
shoot
it.
for that right
Yeah.
now.
Hopefully.
let's
You
get
guys
a
wanna
piece
help
on the
us
streets
out.
Coin.
Face on the streets,
Help us
guys.
out. Get
Please.
our coin, shoot it up.
Come on, man. We need peace on
Pump
the
it up.
streets.
And we're
To
gonna
the
own
moon.
all of these coins. We're gonna own it, but you know.
But you guys
And
have
it's
all
for
to
the
put
people.
money in it.
It's for the people.
Yeah.
For heaven's sakes.
For the people coin.
For the people.
the people.
Coin. Peace on the streets coin. Pots. A pots coin.
I mean,
A pots coin.
I mean, all of us, we make the world go around,
my
right?
God,
the
bro.
people.
Yes,
So
we
come
need a
on, let's
pots
go.
coin.
I was just kidding, but okay.
I know.
Yeah,
I
you
know.
were. I
My
know.
bad.
There- yeah.
I know.
It's past ridiculous.
Jokes on us.
Right. Oh wow.
Jokes on us,
Jokes on
buddy.
us, buddy.
Yes, absolutely.
There's a
and
pastor
it, and it
coin.
came
Pastor coin,
out.
yo.
What day did it come out?
Martin Luther King. Inaugural day?
Oh God.
What? 420?
Yeah. Boy.
And you'll say,
Boy.
Well,
Martin
we'll
Luther-
release ours on 420. Our POTS coin.
Yeah,
We'll release
that's
our-
a good. That's good marketing right
We're gonna
there.
release ours
That's
on
good
420.
marketing.
Let's
Yeah.
get that together.
I would say Martin Luther
Let's
King rolling
get
around
that
in his
together.
grave,
let me
buddy.
say real quick about just like I know might be going left on here, but the Black History rights. Real quick though, I have 12-year-olds in school right now, and so far in school, public schools, on junior high, they're not talking about Black history, but they're bringing in Black history on civics when they speak about how they gained their rights and who. You know how they got there, so that's a way of them getting in about the rights. So big shout out to the teachers that are making it possible, that are making it happen right now.
The
Y'all
fact
better be
that
talking
you
about
gotta
Malcolm
do-
X.
The fact that you gotta do
Right.
jumping jacks.
Yeah, the fact is that they have to do it
The
that
fact
way.
that you gotta do jumping jacks.
You better-
So you can't stop the people, and you can't stop change history, and it is what it is, and we must know truth and facts to make the world go round. Come on,
That's right, baby.
Oh,
That's
okay,
right.
me.
We gotta
saying.
get educated. We're mad.
we are. We were tricked our whole lives growing up,
They're playing in our face, Rochelle.
and we're still getting
Playing in
tricked in
our
our
face.
They're
face.
playing in our face.
You
Doge
know.
Department.
But listen, we
I
love
mean,
America. We
that
love you.
did
We
it.
love what we have.
That kind of was that Doge department kind of.
That Doge Department hurts my soul. When I heard it
Oh,
on
man.
an actual meeting on the floor of the United States
Man.
freaking Congress, I was like, nah, bro. No,
It's
I'm
real.
I'm in
Can't
a
be
movie.
real.
This
It's
can't
real.
be real.
And he's like, I
I'm-
quit.
It's real.
I'm in a movie. Like
What was that movie with Will Smith with Earth something? The End of Earth?
Oh,
I Legend.
No, not
iRobot or
No. was it I Legend?
iRobot was great.
Independence Day?
no.
I don't know.
Well, it was like he was the last man on Earth.
That's
And-
I Legend.
Okay, yeah.
With
Okay.
the like zombie thing.
Right.
And
yeah.
the dog.
And the dog.
Yeah, that's
Oh,
I Legend.
gosh.
Yeah,
Is that
yeah.
where we going now?
Man,
Bro, they better make that zombie juice fast, because I cannot stand Elon
We
Musk
are
one
gonna
more
change
second.
this thing. We are gonna do what we can do. We're gonna do what's in our control.
Yeah.
We're going to
We're
make
gonna
smart
survive.
decisions.
Okay.
You know, keep our eyes open,
We're gonna be
ears open,
Yeah,
and
Just
understand
gonna-
what's going on, and let's help
Yeah.
each other with information. By the way, we got to keep faith
Don't
involved in all of
gatekeep.
this.
Yeah.
Don't
Ma-
gatekeep.
No gate at all. Just make sure you keep faith in God always
Absolutely.
here, always in everything that we do, and He'll guide us to do the right thing. Because we so need you, God, Lord
need
Jesus
you.
Christ, we need you.
Yep. So with that being said, let's just go right into this jam right here because I'm anxious to see what's gonna come up next.
It is, guys. So don't forget. Listen,
Rochelle-
tap in every second and
Rochelle-
fourth Wednesdays.
Rochelle gotta log off real quick, guys. Go ahead.
Make
and,
sure you reach me. I was gonna say that, but we
yeah,
got
yeah.
sidetracked with
Don't
pots.
worry, I got
but
you.
go to
Right,
AIMS,
I brought it back.
Financial Solutions, AMES Financialsolutions.com. You can schedule an initial consultation. And you know, there's things that we can talk about. I won't be talking about politics with any customers or clients that I have, but I do talk about how to make smart money decisions. Call me.
And very important, guys. Again, tap in every second and fourth Wednesday here on Peace on the Streets radio show, live in effect with Rochelle Smith on Wild Wealthy Wednesdays. Get it,
Pots 420.
woo! Yes!
2026, baby.
Come on, drop those coins. So, by the way, we got George Michael in the building. Come on! Woo! Of course, Enyo
DJ Chris.
and Chris Shaw in the building. So we're missing Prince of the South. Unfortunately, he is sick and he is out with the flu, as
Feel
many
better,
of us
Prince.
here are getting all around the world, especially in Florida. But Prince, we missed you. We know you're listening. We see you. He tapped on it. He commented. He showed us hearts. He's sharing our page because we're live right now on PeaceOnTheStreets.com and Peace on the Streets Radio on Facebook and also WOKBRadio.com. We're on 100.7 FM, 1680 AM, and iHeartRadio, baby! Woo!
Let's go.
Worldwide, worldwide.
So what's going on right now in the news is overwhelming. I have a headache. I can't believe it's all happening so fast.
Well, I'll give you some exciting news.
Okay, please do.
Okay, please.
I'm celebrating my birthday.
When is it?
It was Monday, but I celebrate the whole month.
Hey, let's go.
Happy
baby.
birthday,
Chris, man, happy birthday. May God bless you and many more.
It was MLK, the inauguration, so I hit, and then national football. So, you know, that took away from me, so I just celebrate the whole month.
Yeah.
I
That's a good
hear
idea.
you.
There you go.
Yeah,
Hey,
yeah.
Yo,
celebrate
thank you
life,
for
baby.
celebrating your birthday with us pretty much right now.
I
We appreciate you.
I appreciate you. Thank y'all for giving me an outlet.
Come on, come on, come
Give me a
on.
window right here.
All right.
So we did want to say thank God you're still here and you're still with us.
sir.
So we
Yes,
appreciate
sir.
it. Amen.
365 around.
Come on.
Healthy looking 27-year-old over here.
Right,
Ow.
right, right.
Yes, sir.
Ow.
With the sick DJ skills.
Yes, sir.
Garlic.
Buttery smooth, boy.
Yo, Phil Collins is a classic. He's still alive right now to this day,
Yeah.
by the way. He is very old, and they're saying he's still hanging in there. Also, too, Al Pacino, he got another kid at like 90 years old. You guys,
What?
yeah, you know that,
My
right?
guy.
You know, right? He's like 80-something years
What's in
old.
his juice?
Yeah.
For real.
He has another kid
What
now.
is he doing that I'm
Yeah.
not doing?
I mean, the kid's not going to really get to enjoy him, though, you think?
Nah.
They can play catch.
They're going to call him great
They-
granddaddy.
they can play the movie.
They ain't
At
gonna
least
put him piping.
His legacy lives on.
Just
Hey!
put grandfather on.
Say hello to
Godfather
my
on
old
it.
father.
Scarface. One Scarface there.
Little Scarface action. He'll be all right.
All right.
But that show that's on Amazon is pretty good too. The Hunters.
It is.
Yeah, he's
I've
the
seen
star
that.
of that one.
I haven't
And,
checked
and
it
speaking about like Netflix and all these platforms, do you know a documentary is coming out with Puff Daddy already?
I think
Really?
there's one on HBO
Yes.
Max.
I mean, I think there's little bits that are out here and there.
Yeah, yeah.
But this big time one is apparently dropping with.
And it's probably made by 50 Cent.
At least bankrolled by 50 cents.
At least he put something in there, you know what I'm
You
saying?
think
$2 million.
You think celebrities will talk in
Put a
this?
half a dollar around.
You know how 50 feel about Diddy. You know?
Yeah.
He got some real
That's a
beef.
real cat, though.
He really
like
is.
he's like coming from New York. We have seen him from the bottom to the top, and a lot of his stories are true. I'm not gonna lie, but he's a very like thorough street that so smart, got himself out of that and made a whole empire.
True.
You know what I mean? And he's actually would say better than Jay-Z because we've seen him grow from that. We adored that because he stayed clean. 50, even though 50 was rugged, because he's just straight up with it. He stayed clean out of the whole Hollywood publicity stunts and all
He's
this.
not the only one.
Just
Come
stay
on.
clean.
He's not the only one. Ice-T did it.
Ice-T as well. Ice Cube.
Ice Cube.
That's
Come
right.
on.
All the ice.
And right.
West Side in the building. West Side. It's true though. They did. Even LL Cool J. He stayed out the mix, and he's like, look at
Fat Joe.
was a good one.
What'd you say?
All-
all the ice. Vanilla Ice too.
Ice Spice, all of them. Bro.
No. Ice Spice still has a long career ahead of her.
True. She got time. She got
She's in
time.
that
She got
mix.
time.
We'll never
She got
know.
But
not
right.
ready for that one. I was not ready for that. That was a good one. That was a good one.
Do you think that Hollywood was that thorough back then, like that bad?
I think there's
Their
something
time?
about just getting to a certain point of wealth.
Your career.
Yeah, just a certain point of wealth where you start getting into them like,
Million,
real
trillions, or
millions
billions?
and millions, and you've already traveled the world, did all the drugs, smashed all the hottest people.
Yeah, anybody
People
wants.
start getting
Then
bored.
you gotta start Diddy parties.
Yeah, you're gonna start Diddy parties. You're like, all right,
Then
I
you're
got
bored.
something new.
I think
you
it
makes
know?
sense.
I think it's more to it than just that, though. LL recently came out with a new song, a new EP.
Yeah.
Oh, nice.
And
I
it's
didn't
pretty,
know that.
it's pretty good. You know, because
Yeah.
I've been an LL fan most of my life.
Me too.
But in the same essence, you know, you can't keep the facade up for so long.
Right.
Yeah, but he looks good. He hasn't
You know,
changed, son. He can.
They were in the game when rapping started,
Yeah, they were.
and rapping was totally
Lyrical.
different, right?
A story.
Now, I don't know. I kind of know what it is, but I don't know what it is.
I don't understand.
Right, but they said, hey, let me look at some other platforms and do other stuff. I can still produce music.
Right.
I still can go out and write for other people and do other stuff for other people. But in the same essence, they mindset changed. Queen Latifah too. You see, Queen was that more diverse. She started off as this Jersey rapper.
UNITY.
Right, but then you can see her singing jazz.
She does.
She can,
And
she
she's
can do
very
some jazz
good.
and very
Oh,
vocal.
if you don't know and living single, the intro is her. She sings and raps, so she's always been that. I mean, I'm a fan too. That's a Jersey in the building. I'm a huge fan. Yeah, it's an East Coast sweet.
Long Island. Yeah, keep it real.
I am Long Island all day, suburbs.
I truly want all these
Burbs, you heard?
I truly want all the rappers today to understand, like, hey, sometimes you're not going to be able to keep this up for long, so
Right.
you got to have another platform, another avenue. And Curtis Jackson, a.k.a. Fiddy, has been doing that.
Yeah. I seen him live in the building in the Orlando Magic Arena.
Nice.
He came through because he's sponsoring. Oh, not sponsoring. He's promoting his liquor. He has like two that are there. And so when he came through, we knew it was him because all we first saw was his bodyguards. Bam, 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 three big dudes, and we're like, oh, he's coming. And then he came right through, nice chain, very nice, friendly. Shook your hand, even took a picture if you wanted to. We couldn't because we're not allowed to.
Right.
But by the way, one of us got fired. Doesn't work out. Don't do it. It's not worth it.
Dang.
But he's a cool dude.
Yeah,
he
I'm
knows
sure.
what he's doing.
Yeah.
He's networking all day. Smart man. Then he went and watched the game. They gave him a jersey, said 50 cents in the back of the jersey, custom made. Orlando Magic gave it to him on the court when he was watching a game. This guy got catered to.
Nice.
Left and right. Then he had a press conference, and then he went in and talked to the players. He's smart. He made like a 2-day tour of the Orlando Magic and the team.
Okay, smart.
It was so smart businessman. So I don't want to go into politics and all, but the inaugural that we just seen, what do you guys think about that?
Oh my God.
What did you think
I
about-
don't want to go into politics, but let's
I just
just
have to
go
say,
head first
let's go.
into all the politics.
Let's
real quick. Before we get into that, since we were talking about artists, I think it's a good time to give a quick little shout out to Benito.
Oh,
Bad
his new
Bunny.
album?
His new album.
It did just
fire.
drop. It is.
New album. Was
How many
crazy
songs?
Fire. Oh gosh, you're putting me on. I don't know, maybe
Over
like
12?
or something.
Got
but
it.
it definitely was like
I think-
number
yeah, I
one
think it was like
worldwide.
15.
Number one worldwide.
Number one worldwide for a Spanish artist. Went ham.
And if I'm not mistaken, did he beat Taylor Swift in the number of the tours? I think it is
Yeah.
of how much money he made on his tour.
I'm not sure about the tours because he's gonna do like a residency in Puerto Rico. So basically,
he?
Yeah.
which was very lit. Like
In August.
for all Puerto Rican citizens, like you're gonna be able to go to his concerts in Puerto Rico, and I think
Come
that's cool.
on.
Because a lot of times like you go all over the place, but like your hometown,
Come
is like
on.
the last thing you think about.
Yeah,
Right? Isn't that
It's,
something?
it's
though?
the first thing he thought about. I mean, the whole album is just a love letter to Puerto Rico.
Come on.
A big like complaint against like the gentrification that's going on there, and of course a little bit about his ex, as always.
Yeah.
Is his ex a female or male?
Female. Yeah.
Okay.
Those heartbroken songs are always the top hits.
Yeah, they go hard. too.
Well, I've heard like last year when the Taylor Swift's tour, he topped her tour.
Yeah,
And he was the
I
most,
could see- I
the
could
highest
see
paid
that.
person on tour. He even beat her. Who beats her?
Yeah,
So I was
yeah.
like, wow, it makes sense. But he is also he speaks 2 languages, so he could.
Exactly.
Go
You're
more
diverse.
places,
It's
yeah.
different. It's different.
Exactly. You get hit that Spanish crowd, it's over.
He's such a good looking guy.
For me, like when I listen to albums, like I think like half of that album has to be good for me to consider it a good album, right? And
Right.
to me, I only think there's just like 6 songs that are pretty good.
Huh?
That I would think of the top that I would listen. Like I was listening on the way over here, and I was trying to listen to the rest, and it's like some of them are like, I don't know.
Yeah.
It's weird. I don't know.
Well,
What do you think?
It's not
Well,
for you.
still worth the money.
yeah, I
6
think-
for 12 to 12. You
Yeah,
good?
I think like
No,
yeah.
he's still amazing, 100%.
No, yeah,
Still
I
amazing.
think some of the songs are just not gonna be for us. Like some of the songs are for Puerto Rico. You know
Okay,
what I mean?
okay.
But like off the top of my head, I know Más Fotos Sin Ti, Debí Tomar Más Fotos.
Mm-hmm.
That one was a banger. Un Verano en Nueva York, also a banger.
Oh,
Yeah.
Hawaii, also a banger. Freaking Pitorro de Coco, like a straight banger.
That one is good. That one is good.
so is it sound more of a mix of like reggaeton and then also a little bit of like singing or a little bit of like, is it a mix salsa merengue?
Yeah, this is more like a salsa kind
Oh.
of album. There's a couple of songs that aren't, of course, but something cool about the album too. Everybody involved in the album is 100% Puerto Rican. He actually
Yes!
went to the University of to the Institute of Music in Puerto Rico and
Dude.
created the album with students and teachers from that university.
Killing it. That's how you do it.
That
You
was super
keep it
sick.
home.
Super sick, and you get
Represent
to hear
home.
a couple of them, and they have like
That's
you know,
dope.
like students playing instruments in
That's-
the album. And stuff like that,
yes!
which is super.
You gotta
sick.
give them their time. It's perfect.
Yeah,
And they're
no,
passionate like
it goes hard.
crazy.
It goes
yes.
hard, absolutely.
Yes,
But,
it makes me more of a fan.
Yeah, exactly.
happy to hear this.
And the song, like a couple of the songs have been super good. And yeah, if there's some songs that are gonna be like very Puerto Rico oriented, so they're kind of like a love story, you know, a love letter for his own
Caribbean.
country for
Beautiful.
him. So I get it. Yeah, I really like the album. I mess
And
with,
it's an island.
I mess with every song. I still listen to salsa and merengue. You know, he has songs
Yeah,
for the
same.
Gran Combo and stuff, bro. Like that goes crazy. Like
Yeah.
that goes nutty mode to me.
So that album was number 1 right now, huh?
Yeah, that album's number 1.
Even
right
if you
now.
don't know
Smashing.
Espanol, it's still good.
It's still
It's a
fire.
fuego.
Fuego. So yeah, big shout out to Bad Bunny, man, representing the Caribbean, doing his thing with that whole home tour thing. I think that is such a badass kind of thing to do. And he was also like the guy that brought the idea that you can be totally independent in the new age and still be successful. There's no
Absolutely.
record label
You're
attached to Bad Bunny
At all, huh?
He is his own record
Yo,
label.
that's-
Nobody
I mean,
else
come
owns
on.
his song. Nobody else helps publish anything. He is everything.
Crazy.
There is no record label that holds his stuff. Now I think that is awesome.
Very hard.
Very hard to do, but you
Most
know.
don't make it.
But yeah, there's definitely something that more people should consider, especially now when we have things like TikTok, YouTube, and
Yeah.
stuff like that.
Self-promote yourself. So I have to say, I already spoke to Enyo. I know I'm gonna go politics, Enyo, but please don't kill me. The reason why, because I want to know people's views. I want to know views. Now, did you see the inaugural?
No, I didn't see the whole
Oh,
thing.
you didn't see the whole
No,
thing?
No. Yeah.
Did you hear a speech at all?
No, I didn't.
Dan!
No.
George Michael, what feedback you got from us in regards to it? Did you just see Elon Musk? Did you see his little?
I saw that.
Yeah,
that.
of course.
It was
Where'd you see that at?
That was kind of ridiculous, honestly.
It was online?
Yeah, it was online all over Twitter.
I've never seen it.
Yeah.
I've heard about it.
Yeah,
look
he
it
put
up.
his hand. He put his hand to his chest, and then he did a gesture of like pointing out. You know,
The
it was
point
kinda
out's a
ri-
problem.
yeah,
What did you think about it when
you?
when you be honest? Don't listen to the people around the way. When you seen it, did you think anything of it at all?
Yeah, I thought it was ridiculous. I didn't think like you should be doing that really. And then like, cause my wife showed me, and then I was like, you know, hopefully they don't like tear down the nation. I feel like, cause again, like how we spoke last time, I feel like with Camela and everything, I don't think we should have gone with her because the last 4 years have been what they've been. So I was like, you know, you go on to something new and try something new. But if the new thing it doesn't work either, you know, it's a bad thing as well.
Oh no! I just
You saw the video? You saw it?
She said, "Oh no." Oh,
the reason why I'm cracking up is I'm watching a video right now. They just showed it to me. I've never seen this before. And I bet you when we all watched this, we all said the same thing.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah.
no!
Yeah.
What got it was the
Yeah.
side hand thing. That side hand
Yeah.
is very distinct.
No,
but
slapping the chest.
your oh no.
hitting it.
I'm gonna give him something to the chest
That's
and give.
wild. That's wild.
I'm gonna let that be. Maybe he's
And-
passionate.
And he did it twice.
Your
He
oh
did
no,
it twice.
no.
He
It
did
was
it
your
twice.
oh no.
My oh no is
He
yeah.
Oh,
did it
no.
Immediately after this.
Dang, son, we're
He
screwed.
just hit it back to back. I was like, the first.
What's
one-
wrong with him?
The first one, I can be like, you know, like a Nazi's a strong word. You know what I
Yeah.
mean? Yeah, that's a strong word, bro. If you do it once, I could maybe be like, okay, whatever. Maybe it's not that.
He was
you know,
tripping.
maybe
Maybe
he's tripping for
he's
a
just
second.
excited or whatever,
Yeah,
you know.
he rebooted for a second, but hitting it twice, back to back, immediately after the first one, no.
His face was very passionate.
No,
It got
come
me a
on.
little upset to see that how passionate he was about it.
He
but
bit his lip
yeah.
and everything. I was like, this guy's tripping.
We're
balls.
going to Mars. We're going to Mars.
So most people that do
He's
see
gotta go to
it
Mars right
We're
now.
going to Mars.
do feel that way. Most people do. Just be logical here,
Right.
Yeah,
regardless of how
100%,
you feel about
100%.
it. Okay,
Because
so
I'm a
that's
Trump
the
guy.
message.
I'm a Trump guy compared to Kamala. But when I saw that, I was like, that's kind of ridiculous. Like, you shouldn't be doing that at all. Especially with, like, where our country's at in crazy turmoil right now. Like, you shouldn't be doing that. And then, like, when my wife showed me, I was like, yo, look, honestly, like, at the end of the day, like, we can say that we're going for this guy or we could go for this lady, but at the end of the day, if they don't do nothing for us, we're just come mierdas like
Yeah.
everybody else 4
Yeah.
year ago with Joe Biden. Like,
Yeah.
it's the same thing.
Same thing. Same
Nah,
thing.
man, this is worse, bro. I'm so sorry. This is so
worse.
much worse, bro. I was telling them my buddy from the tattoo shop already got hit with a deportation order.
Check that
So,
out,
like,
George
people are
Michael.
Yeah, I
already
saw there was
starting to get affected.
293 people on ICE that got deported already.
God.
That's
One of my best friends,
293,000
dad
people,
almost
maybe?
got deported
2
last
days.
year with Joe Biden as well. So it's like you're telling me
There you
that,
go.
but a year ago, my best friend's dad almost got deported.
Almost.
No, but he
But
had
he almost.
no.
But he almost.
No. Is that he
Is
got
he deported?
Yes, he got deported, but my boy put down $80K
So he didn't
to
get
bring
deported.
him back.
Okay. So he
So you-
was-
no-
got deported.
No,
no
that's
matter
not how that works.
what administration.
That's not how that works. If you get deported, you're not allowed to come back into the country for like 15 years. That's the
No,
law.
there's loops and bounds around it. Yes, there is.
I'm sure he doesn't have a
That's true.
felony. He doesn't have a
Maybe-
background,
maybe-
things of that nature. I'm sure he
Nah,
doesn't. To me,
if you
No, he
get
doesn't come
if you get
Well, see,
deported
it-
from the country, it is an obligatory like no re-entry for years.
I know right now is it, but so no matter what administration you're saying, it doesn't matter. Like that's
No.
that's what happens.
I'm just saying that things can happen
No matter what.
Yeah,
For
with
sure.
any administration. Like right now,
For
like
sure.
I said, I'm a Trump guy. There could be things that he's not gonna do, or things in the future that he doesn't do, and it's gonna mess us up, or things that are in our favor that is gonna be good. But the same thing would be for Kamala as well.
Yeah, for sure. I
Kamala.
know that I've seen a lot of things
Kamala,
that
Kamala.
when
Kamala.
Kamala,
You don't even
Kamala,
know
yeah.
what you're talking
Yeah.
about. You don't know the name of the candidate.
I know when they
Get
come
out of here.
down here, they get there's a lot of them that do get benefits, within food assistance, shelters, and
You're
also
not allowed to get
like
food
loans, to
benefits
open up
as
businesses.
an illegal resident.
There's things that are backwards here that do need a change, which
Yeah.
is that because it takes us our whole lives to build up our credit to be able to get loans and all this.
Illegal immigrants can't get loans.
illegal can't.
No, they can't.
The ones that come in on visa can,
If you
but they get assisted. They get that
if
money,
you-
give it to
if
them.
you get a
and-
visa, you're not an illegal immigrant.
For sure.
You're a legal immigrant.
Okay, my point is, you get funded for coming.
No, you don't.
Yes, you get
No, you
loans for businesses,
No, you
and they
don't.
get tax write-offs for years.
You can apply and you
5
can
years.
receive them if you meet certain criteria, but you cannot
They
get
are
business loans. as an
Easier to
illegal-
get it.
No, it's
Where Americans have to build their
That's-
credit
that's
to
not
get
true.
it.
That's not true.
It is true.
That's not
I
true.
know people in the game.
That's
It is
not
true.
true.
And that's what's mind blowing
That's
about
not-
how is that possible and why is it so easy?
It's not possible.
And those
That's
are
not
changing.
how that works.
It is.
No, it's not.
Why do you think the gas stations are owned by mostly? Why do you think and then what happens is they change it
Indians-
over to their brother's name, so they have to pay for the
Indians-
taxes the next 5 more years.
Indians
It's
come
always
here
changing.
legally and they get loans.
The legal, yes, I'm saying legal,
because
yes.
their family members are already here legally and established and can pay for things like that. Most immigrants come from
They
very
get money
poor-
and loans to open up business and it's tax free for 5 years. Dude.
No, that's not true.
It is.
That's not true,
Yo,
baby.
someone look it up. Facts.
You look-
Where's Micah?
You look it up.
Fact check. I have looked it up. I got friends running the
That's
game.
not
Like they're
true.
running the system. you know what I
Indians-
mean? I'm like smart.
Yeah.
Now my credit's good. It took me my whole life.
Immigrants are very smart, certainly, but I think more to the point, the expulsion of massive numbers of illegal immigrants is, one, not good for the economy, two, really bad for infrastructure, three, not helping anything, and four, an overall detriment to, one, the moral core of the United States, which strays further and further away from helping anybody,
Yes.
into the, idealization of money, right? That's like the only thing that matters in the United States right now is how to make money.
Capitalism.
Who has the most money? who can make money? Money. That's the only thing that we think about as a society, and that in
You're
itself,
judged by how you look, your money, your cars, your house.
and
Yeah,
that's
everything.
what's going to lead to a lot of problems at the end of the day. Because last time I checked, Jesus was like homeless,
Yeah.
like,
Right.
helping homeless people.
Thugged out.
Dug down.
Love thy alien, love thy neighbor. What you do upon the least of us is what you do upon me, right? All that good stuff.
Listen, it's almost the top of the hour, so I'm gonna get this in real quick.
Let's do it.
And go into this
And
break.
let's roll it
I
back.
got because y'all brought it up. I just do what I do.
Oh boy,
I just do what I do.
we're about to get a very convenient song.
Hey, listen, guys. When we come back, we'll be back for Sports Talk here on Peace on the Streets. Come on.